Prismatic revolves around the goal of reaching Transcendence, which is a new super-like bar that fills by dealing both light and dark damage. But here's a question: what builds Transcendence the best? Well, I had that question, so I tinkered around with some different sources to see what gives the most progress towards Transcendence. This isn't a scientific deep dive, this is just some light testing that I did to see how things feel. This channel is all about my feelings. Let's get into it. The first thing I wanted to try was weapons. Fast firing and low damage, or slow firing and high damage. Long story short, the latter. Hand cannons and pocket rockets seem to do the best, with noticeable chunks being added to each bar respectively. It also looks like kinetic weapons split the progress 50-50, and it doesn't seem like any progress is lost by using a kinetic weapon, only shared. Exotics don't seem to give a noticeable amount more than their legendary counterparts, and explosive rounds is the same way, with no major improvements. Overall, it seems that damage, or at least weapon impact, is the main determining factor for Transcendence progress. Not all special weapons are created equal though. Slugs, despite dealing massive chunk damage, only give pitiful amounts of charge, while pocket rockets gave tremendous amounts of charge. Also kinda weird, trace rifles were good at gaining charge, far surpassing slugs, but not doing quite as well as pocket rockets. As far as abilities, there's a lot of different ones to try on a single character, but from my experience, a lot of the biggest gains come from status effects. Freezes and suspends specifically give immense progress, while other statuses like suppression seem to have no effect on the bar. This means that Glacial Grenade and the Strand Bola both provide amazing results nearly every time they're used, while light-based grenades, at least here on the Titan, really rely on the damage they deal to give energy. This also means that the suppressor grenade kinda just sucks all around for Transcendence progress. Certain other effects you'd think would give a lot fall a bit short. Applying Scorch to a wide array of enemies nets only small progress, while Consecration with its full combo provides massive gains. As mentioned, freezing gives quite a bit, especially in groups, but shattering those frozen targets actually doesn't give much at all. Depending on how your encounters play out and what build you're using, you may also consider using your super for big Transcendence gains. Personally, my super quickly became an afterthought to Transcendence, but keep in mind that even a poorly timed super can give a massive spike of progress towards your Transcendence. An expertly used Transcendence can also provide a large sum of super energy, and it's not uncommon to find a flow state where your super and Transcendence both feed into each other, one right after the other. Overall, Transcendence gains seem very balanced, and I wouldn't worry too much about what specific items and abilities you're using, and I instead would focus on having a nice mix of light and dark damage together. That being said, there are some standout sources that seem to consistently net large portions of Transcendence, which I'll go through now. First off, Jolt is incredibly powerful for quickly tagging big groups to leech large amounts of light. On the Warlock specifically, Arc Souls and Stasis Turrets are great ways to keep both light and dark consistently filling, even if they aren't scoring any kills. For Titans, look towards Dringer's Lash and Diamond Lance for dark energy, and even Knockout will give some light energy with its extra punch damage. As mentioned earlier, Consecration is also a fantastic way to score light energy. I haven't gotten around to playing the Hunter yet, but a buddy of mine has, and looking at the Prismatic kit for the Hunter, it looks like you have a number of ways to squeeze some extra juice. From the Dynamite for light, and the Slow paired with a Shuriken causing Freeze for dark. Of course, always remember that there are many fragments that will give extra Transcendence progress for meeting certain criteria. I've tried a fair few of these, and they are individually mind-blowing, but they add up quickly and are definitely worth putting on. That's all I have for now. I just wanted to share what I've found on my hunt for finding the best Transcendence sources. I'm sure you all have your own findings, so do share. Let me know what you've come up with down in the comments, and until next time.